It's morning time and... Oh, wow. This is nice. Holy shit, this is idyllic. I mean, I'm starving to death, but this is lovely. Right, let's eat some stuff, shall we? We've got some snack bars, and then we've got our own source of water now, so... Ugh, there we go. Right, we can change the colour of this. We'll change it to green. It's the good colour. Okay, and... Now remember, kids, the trick is... If you're looking to drink water out in the wild, you want the stillest possible water. Okay. If the water is still, it means there's less chance of it having travelled over something bad for you. I am, of course, being facetious. Don't drink stagnant water. Like, not unless you can boil it off first. Speaking of, can we boil off water in this? Maybe so. Okay, so, I mean, that's pretty good. We've got a little place. That's good. Happy with that. The next question is, we need, well, it's not a question, it's a fact. We need to find some way of sustainably getting food. Let's have a look and see what we got. Water collector, which we're not going to be able to do because you need turtle or turtle, fuck's sake. Turtle, D&D player showing through. Turtle or tortoise shell, which we are obviously not going to be able to find lying around spare. And then we've also got a garden. Garden will do us. Let's build that over here. Because this is nice. Wow, it's very generous with how big it can be. Oh, no, there it is. We pushed it. Pushed it too far. So that's 6 logs. Well, there's one. It's funny because seeing a game environment like this one, where I'm all like, ooh, I could live here, it's lovely. It reminds me a lot of Spyro, which, funny enough, the remaster just got trailer just came out. Spyro was my brother's first. We got a PS1. My brother got Spyro 1. I got Crash 3. Warping. Crash Bandicoot 3. Was it Crash Bandicoot 3? What? I think it's just warped. I'm just trying to visualise what the dude screamed at the beginning. I'm pretty sure it was warped. And yeah, I remember playing Stony Hill and thinking, I would live here. This place is lovely. Even as a young kid, I was always like very kind of nature oriented. And I always thought Stony Hill. What I'll do is I'll buy Stony Hill when I'm older. But this tree is literally about to come down, so get out of the way. Come on, shift. I'll buy Stony Hill. Obviously, Spyro is a magic dragon, so he's able to use the magic dragon whirlwinds that enable him to climb up areas. So what I'll do is I'll take the whirlwinds out and I'll replace them with spiral staircases. So they still kind of have the same aesthetic. But you know, that way I'll live in Stony Hill, which is the first level I think you can go to beyond the hub level. But me. And yeah, see, I've always been someone desperate to escape the real world, so it's not a new thing. So, what have we got? We've got our garden. We're growing weeds and lavender, which is good, and stones. It's a stone garden. Right, we can plant something. What can we plant? What did we just plant? Something. I'm sure it'll turn up. Maybe aloe vera? Little picture looked a bit aloe vera-ish. There's fucking deer everywhere. Right, so let's go for a bit and explore, see what we can find. See, we need to find Timmy. But it's not that urgent. We got time. Let's have a look at our map. Where are we? Yeah, okay, so we're way away from that village. It seems fairly quiet here. There seem to be many of those douchebags, so... Oh, hello, what's this? Food. 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 Oh, it's not killing me, so I assume it's healthy. I've got fish. It's good. I've got fish. Structures here. Some kind of sentry towers, maybe. Is that a boat over there? Ah! That was a really failed jump. Let's go check it out. Will this do on the map? It is a boat. Let's go have a look. Oh, there's nothing in the boat apart from me. There's a rope there. Let's try climbing up. Oh, hello. You do not have an appropriate fear of humans. Okay. It's like a sentry tower kind of thing. Ooh, with stuff on it. Money. Okay, and there's south. Let's go check out the other one. Oh, is that another one of those holes? Look. Yeah, look. So we can go down there. I'll have to check it out. All right, drama queen. That was a bit excessive, didn't you think? You weren't underwater for that long. Clam, 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 clam. Well, I can see a tennis ball. That's good. We've got our tennis ball storage has been restored. Circuit board. Don't need. Soda. Tennis ball. Who can I throw this at? There was another one here somewhere. There it is. We'll try this one as well. Chocolate bar. Oh, that's it. Okay, so there's clearly a lot of caves to explore. We need to find Timmy. We need to set up some defences, although we seem to have found a fairly quiet part of the world, which I'm not going to complain about. Let's go have a look out here to the south, because the south was where that river ran across the bottom, so it might be that river runs across the whole thing. Veronica and I will get married on top of a mountain. Sorry, the references are pretty non-stop. We were in London over the weekend and very quickly realised that if you stop us from actually talking in references, then we have nothing to talk about. We're not really friends. We just share references. We just talk in film and TV nods and motifs, and that's kind of it. I think if you boil it down, that's kind of all human interaction. It's just a series of references until the darkness claims us. Smack! Okay, so this game is actually it's getting its full. Oh, well, there are talismans there. This game's getting its full release this month, I believe. It's April at the moment. Got more pills. Well, hey, if you got spare pills, take them. Do not take any pills just because you have them spare. This game will be going live, and I have to say it's very well thought of in the early access community. Steam, for those of you who don't know, Steam Early Access is it's kind of an opportunity for developers to put a game up. Oh, hello, got another cave here. It's an opportunity for developers to put a game up unfinished and kind of get feedback from players in real time, and in return players kind of buy it a bit cheaper. In theory, it's a good idea for some types of game. I've got another village there. Kind of multiplayer titles, games where the mechanics need to be refined more than anything else. I think that's fairly, games like this is fine. The story doesn't really change much. It's kind of how you play it is what changes, so they can put more features in. It is a system that got really abused by shitty developers. I'm not going to go into the long history of what's wrong with Steam as a platform, but early access certainly makes up a big part of why it fails as a media platform. At least it fails in quality. I mean, it does its job, it just doesn't do it well. Sinkholes over there. Let's go check this village out. But this is one of those games that's kind of held up as, the developers have used the early access period well. It's been in early access for I think 4 years, but they're announcing its full release, or they've announced its full release will be in April. They've been refining it. They've not abandoned the game. There are some games where they will be in early access and they'll start releasing DLC for it, when in theory that shouldn't happen until the game is finished. So yeah, it's the developers aren't familiar to me, but I have to say thus far I'm pretty impressed. Ooh, some nooses. We like our nooses. Some Bira. Unos Bira. We've got spare booze, so let's try... Oh wow, okay. Let's try making a Molotov. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've now got space for that one. People tents. Ooh, and another hole. Let's mark on the map. I think the right to do this, let's probably explore this cave, and explore this cave, and explore this cave. Because apparently that's a super good idea. So what have we got here? Let's see. So the land kind of narrows to these lakes that we've seen. And that's not the south, there's the north, isn't it? The land kind of narrows to those lakes. Past that way. Where it gets to the snowy area, which we'll definitely go and explore. But for now, let's get a good idea of what's in our own backyard. So we've got this little village here. So that's a bit close to home, but we'll manage. I'd be interested to see if in hard mode these little icons don't appear on the map, so you do have to fully orienteer yourself place to place. Oh yeah, here we go, look. Here's this joker again. Here's this fella. Oh shit, that is massive. I don't know if you can see your way down to the bottom. So there's a cave over there, like immediately ahead, where the reticule would be. That looks like a cave looking out. So there must be a way down there. Oh, I need a flat surface to go on. I've played enough Bethesda games to know that what you think is going to be a solid spot is not going to be. Let me go down there. Sorry, I'm actually, the reason the sound's probably gone weird is I'm actually leaning up over the microphone as though leaning up will help me get a better view. Oh shit! The fuck? Ah! Hello? Ghost here? Oh my god. Okay. Oh snap. What do you want, pal? I'll throw you in that hole. Yeah, I see you up there hiding. What? What? Piss off. Piss off. Look, I will do to you. Haja! What I do to this tree in 2 strikes. That's so creepy. I've never seen AI like this, actually. That doesn't sound good. What if I could chop down that tree and drop it on him? Just stand still. Gonna drop a tree on you. Oh, fuck! Ah! Gonna drop a tree on you, buddy. Is this happening? That way. That way. That way. That way. Come on. Ah, balls. Cool. Fucking hell. This is what your protein-only diet does to you. Ugh. Oh, shit. Ugh. Take that. I might as well take these back with me, actually. What was I saying? Yeah, it's funny because the only thing that really scares me in games, obviously jump scares scare you, but that's how they work. The whole point is it surprises you. You can't fight against that. But the thing that really scares me in games is when enemies hide from you, and it's the same in films. Films like Mama do a very good job because you know Mama she's a logical thinking creature with agency because she's actively hiding from Jessica Chastain. Similarly, in this kind of running out of the way, then peering around trees or looking over boulders, that's scary as shit. I remember people give the Dead Space franchise a lot of jip, but the first game was outstanding. It was the Alien game that we'd just not had, and I mean Alien, not Aliens. And yeah, that was kind of super interesting and really good. Really fantastic. Well, probably one of my favourite game franchises, actually, if I come to think about it. The second one, obviously, wasn't as scary. It had the same problem as Aliens. The Alien wasn't as scary anymore because we'd kind of already blown a load over it enough times. So the next step to make them scary is to throw them in greater numbers and make it kind of more of a logical fear of kind of the stress of the situation, the number of them, that your survival isn't as likely, not because it scares you, but because it's an overwhelming force. But in the second game, they brought in I think they were called Hunters. Definitely one of the most overused creature names or enemy class names in a video game, in the video game space. But yeah, the Hunters were creepy because they'd run around the room and you're kind of locked in an encounter with them, and they'd sneak about the place and they'd peer around the corner at you. And for whatever reason, that genuinely scared the crap out of me. That really bothered me. Which kind of kept the horror aspect of those games alive for me, to be honest. I can't think of many other games that actually do it. Right, sun's going down. What can we... There must be something we can build. What can we close out the day with? We can build a rock holder and a stick holder, but it feels like taking the piss. Kind of feel like maybe we should build a fence or something to keep them, at least try and keep them away. defensive walls. I have a plan. But for now, let's go to beddy buys. Hooah. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Oh, shit. He absorbed the other bird. It's almost time for sleep. We'll just sit out here for a little bit longer and then call it a night.